Carrie, how's your day? Are you finished with work?
No, I'm still at the office. Seems like it's gonna be another long day today.
Oh man, that sucks. You've been getting slammed with overtime a lot lately, huh? I hope it calms down soon.
Yeah, it's been a bit crazy over here. I hate it when this happens. Sorry, I know we haven't been able to see each other in a while. I wish I could take a break.
It's fine, don't worry about it. Work is work, there's not much we can do about it. But I just wanted to check in about going to see your parents next week. Are you going to be able to make it? I don't want you to be too stressed about everything. If you're too busy, maybe we can push it back to another day. I'm sure they'll understand.
Don't worry, I'll be fine. Thanks for thinking about me, though. I'm sure I'll be able to make it.
Really? I know you're such a hard worker. If it's too much for you, you can just say something, you know?
I told you I'm fine, silly. You sound more stressed than I do. Besides, we already had to delay it once. It would be pretty bad luck if we had to do it again. This time, I promise I can do it, so I'll be there. No ifs, ands, or buts about it.
As long as you're sure. I'm fine with any day, so just make sure you prioritize yourself, you know? Besides, we're only seeing your parents, so if anyone knows how you are, it's gonna be them.
I know, but my parents are also going to be pretty busy too, apparently. Guess you know where I get it from. They told me their schedule is fully booked up after next month, so I think we better get it done now.
Alright, I guess that's that then. I'll let them know we'll be there next week, just like we planned, okay?
Okay, thanks. Sorry again, but I will make it this time.
Oh, yeah, I wanted to ask you. This isn't urgent or anything, but if you could make time, it might be nice. Would you be able to go out to dinner with me and my friends sometime? Just like a casual evening over drinks or something?
Like at a bar or something?
Yeah. Actually, they won't stop asking to meet you. They keep poking me in our group chat about it. I've known these two guys for like ages. They're my best friends. We're basically like brothers. So if you could meet them and finally shut them up, I'd really appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. Sounds like fun. If they're your friends, they must be good people. I'm excited to meet them.
Really? Thanks again. Sorry to spring that on you with everything else going on. It's just that they're getting really annoying about it, and I honestly can't take it anymore.
No, it's fine. My friends have been saying the same thing, so I understand.
Really? I'd be happy to meet them too. Just let me know when I'll be there. I can always make time for you, Carrie.
Oh, you're so sweet. Well then, let's pick a day we're together and meet them all then.
Yeah, sounds like a plan. That way we can get it all done in one go and save us a bit of time and hassle.
Alright, let's do it. But would it be possible to push it out a bit further? Maybe we can talk about that again after we meet up with my parents. That's the big thing after all. And next month I think things are finally gonna start calming down at work too. Is that okay?
It's more than okay. Whatever works best for you, I am happy to accommodate. But to be honest, I'm almost more nervous about you meeting my buddies than my parents. I've actually never introduced them to someone I was dating before, so I'm a bit new to all of this. I want you all to get along well, you know?
Yeah, I know what you mean. I kind of feel like that too. But I guess we can't help it. We are engaged after all. It's only natural that everyone's gonna be curious about us.
That's true, but it didn't really hit me until now. It's like everything is happening all at once, you know?
Oh, really? Don't tell me you're getting cold feet now. You were the one who proposed to me, remember? If you're having second thoughts...
Oh, please, I'm more confident than ever I want to marry you, and that's never gonna change. It's just like meeting the parents and everything. It's just a bit overwhelming, you know? After that, we're gonna be moving in together, and then that's just gonna be our life from now on. I'm sure it's gonna be fine, but I'm just nervous. It's all new to me.
Yeah, I get it. But don't worry. We may be engaged now, but it's all just words, right? We're still the same people we've always been. Except now, every day I get to look at this beautiful ring you got me. I don't want to damage it or anything, so I'll just keep looking at it for now, though.
I'm glad you like it. I was agonizing for ages when I was picking it out.
Of course I like it. How could I not? There's so many people out there who are waiting for the day they'll get a ring like that. I just never thought my time to get one would ever come. I never figured in my wildest dreams I'd ever see this day. Ever since then, I've been on cloud 9. It feels like I got a charm that wards away all the evil energy from my life.
That makes me feel a lot better. But to be honest, compared to the engagement ring, I'm worried that the wedding band will feel like a downgrade.
Oh, you're such a worrywart. It's fine. That way, I won't feel bad about using it every day. Just relax and focus on enjoying our future newlywed life.
If only it was that easy. We've got to meet the parents, then look for places to live together, and then there's all the planning for the wedding itself. It's going to be rough sailing for a bit, but we'll get through it together.
Yeah, I heard wedding planning can run you pretty ragged. Are we going to be okay? I'm already swamped enough as it is. I'm kind of scared, to be honest.
Don't worry. Like I said, I'll be there for you every step of the way. You can always rely on me. But first, we gotta get through greeting all these never-ending people. You mentioned setting up something the next time we met up. Is that gonna be the day we meet your parents?
Yeah, I think so. I gotta go in this weekend again, too. God, I need a break. Just a bit more, right?
Yeah, I know you always do your best. Good luck getting it all done. That workload's gonna shrink before you know it. Don't forget to call sometimes, okay? I miss you. But as long as I hear your voice, I think I'll have the power to make it through another day.
What? Are you loopy from all the nerves? Don't worry, I won't be too tired to talk on the phone at least. I want to hear your voice too.
Well, I shouldn't keep you anymore. It's getting late, so make sure you take enough breaks at work. I'll call you later. Good luck and have a good rest of the night. Love you. Kyrie, is everything okay? I haven't heard from you in a while, and I'm getting worried. We were supposed to meet your parents today. Did you forget? I'm at your parents' house, but I don't see you anywhere. I tried calling you too, but you don't pick up, and now I'm even more scared. I just want to know what's going on.
Well, I'm so sorry.
Carrie, thank God. What's wrong? Did something happen? Did you oversleep or something? Should I tell your parents to wait?
I'm really sorry. I won't be able to see you today after all.
What? Oh, why not? Don't tell me.
The truth is, I'm in the hospital.
Oh my God, what happened? Did you get into an accident? Are you hurt?
It wasn't an accident, actually. I've been pretty sick for a while.
Is it serious?
Yeah, I was scared to tell you, but I've actually been hospitalized since yesterday. I wanted to say something, but I didn't know how to bring it up. I've had this for a while, and I was always planning to tell you, but then you proposed to me and I didn't know what to do. I'm so sorry, Will. I know it was wrong of me to have kept it from you for so long.
What kind of sickness is it? If you're in the hospital, it must be pretty bad, right?
Well, yeah.
But if you're being treated, then the doctors will be able to help you, right?
They said they weren't sure. That's why I was afraid to tell you.
What do you mean they're not sure? Sorry, I'm so lost right now. I don't know what to think. Can you at least tell me what kind of disease it is and the name of the hospital that you're staying at right now?
Well, I don't know if I should.
Why not? I love you.
I know, but I know how much you already have on your plate. I don't want to make you have to worry about me even more. You said you'd promise to make me happy. I don't know if I could bear it to be the reason for your unhappiness, too.
I promised I'd always be there for you. If you don't tell me, I'll just get even more worried. What are you talking about? You could never do anything to bring me sorrow. Please, at least just tell me what hospital you're staying at. I only want to help you.
Sorry, Will. Please, just forget about me. I wish it didn't have to come to this, too.
Carrie, please, what are you saying? Where's this coming from all of a sudden? Please, just tell me what is going on. I promise I'll listen. No matter what, I'll be there for you. I don't care how bad it is. I won't run away.
I'm so sorry. I really can't tell you any more than that. I don't think we'll be able to get married anymore, so it's better that you just forget about me while you still can. The time I spent with you were the best days of my life. I love you so much. Thank you for making my last memories such happy ones. I'll never forget everything you've done for me. Goodbye, Will.
Carrie, are you there? Can I talk to you? I have been worried sick these past few weeks. I just want to know what is going on. Please respond. I can't bear the silence. The messages are being marked as read. That means you're alive at least, right? Are you okay now? Please, anything. I promise I still love you. Just contact me back, okay?
Oh, are you Carrie's fiancé? Will, right?
That's right. Who is this? This is Carrie's phone, right?
Yes, I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but Carrie is no longer with us. I know all this must be such a shock for you, but there wasn't anything we could do.
No, I don't believe it. She's no longer with us? That doesn't mean what I think it means, does it? Oh, please. Say it isn't so. Anything but that, please.
Carrie told you about her illness, right?
Only a little bit. She told me that she was really sick and had to go to the hospital. Then she cut off all contact with me. That was the last I heard from her, and that was weeks ago.
I'm sorry, but that's all about I can say too. Carrie unfortunately passed away due to her illness just recently. My poor baby.
Oh, I can't believe it. There's no way. She was fine before. This has to be some kind of joke, right? Oh, please tell me you're kidding.
I'm sorry, Will. I wish I could. I really do. My husband and I are still processing it all ourselves, but Carrie is gone. She told us that she wanted us to let you know when it happened, but I'm sorry we didn't until now. I know you've been texting and calling a lot, but I just couldn't bring myself to write back. Sorry again.
No, I get it. So, where is Carrie now?
What do you mean? Like I said, she's gone.
So you mean the funeral and everything is already done? Is there anything I can do for you?
That's right. Thank you for your kind offer, but we've taken care of everything already.
I'm sorry, I just can't believe this. Something just doesn't feel right to me here. I am so sorry to ask you this, especially when you're grieving like this, but please, I need to know. Isn't there some proof you can show me that Carrie's dead? I don't care what it is, I just need to see it with my own eyes.
I'm sorry, I don't know what I can tell you. You want us to show you her ashes or something? That's not exactly something you can just ask someone's grieving family, you know.
No, of course not. I'm really sorry. I didn't mean it like that. Just, if she really is dead, I want to be able to think of her and wish her well wherever she is now. I know you must be busy and I'm sorry to bother you, but is there any chance that I could visit you and give my regards? Like I said, if there's anything else I can do, I'm happy to provide.
I'm very sorry, but I don't think that would be for the best. We appreciate your concern, but she said that it would be better in the long run if you just forgot about her and moved on with your life. At this point, I think that would be the best option for everyone.
Again, I am really sorry, but I can't do that. I can't just leave things like this. I love her. All I want is the truth. Carrie's still my fiancée. I just want to know what happened to her. Is that too much to ask? What was she suffering from? Where did she die? That's all I want to know. Please, I promise I'll leave you alone after this. I'll never contact you again. Just tell me what happened.
I'm sorry, but we're still processing this loss ourselves. We want to keep this as private as possible. I'm sure you understand. It's not just you. We're not accepting any visitors at the moment. We just want to be left alone. Just forget about my daughter and live your own life. That's all we're asking for now. I'm sorry we don't have the answers you're looking for.
Why? That doesn't make any sense. Did I do something wrong? Please, I still don't believe it. This is just all so strange. And the truth is, someone told me that they saw Carrie not too long ago.
What? I'm sorry, but they must have been mistaken. There's no way that could happen. Are you sure they didn't just see someone that looks like her? Even before she was hospitalized, Carrie was in no condition to leave the hospital. She couldn't even stand up on her own.
Then can I at least call you on the phone? If you don't want to explain the situation, I just want to hear you say it out loud. Or you could put a doctor on the phone.
Sorry, Will. You have to understand this is hard for us too. There isn't anything more I can do for you. Please, don't contact us about our daughter anymore. It's just too hard to bear the pain. Thank you for everything. I'm sorry, but I don't think I can talk about this anymore. Take care of yourself. Tim! Hello! I'm finally done with work. Can I come over tonight? You'll say yes, right?
Tim says he wants nothing to do with you anymore and he wants you out of his life. Sucks to be you, I guess.
Huh? Who is this? You're not Tim. Why do you have his phone? What's going on here?
Long time no talk, Carrie. This is Will.
Huh? What are you talking about? Is this supposed to be some kind of prank or something? Tim, you're being weird. Who's Will? I don't know anyone with that name.
You can put away the act now. Quit playing dumb and admit it. I know who Tim is, and he let me borrow his phone. And I know that you've been lying to me. To the both of us. There is no point in hiding it anymore.
Sorry, I'm confused. I really don't know what you're talking about. If this is a joke, I don't get it. What's going on?
That's strange. So you don't remember the awful way you broke up with me about a month ago? Oh, what was it again? You pretended to be your own mother and told me that you were no longer with us?
Tim, what's going on? Who is this?
You don't remember? I can keep going if you want. I was shocked, you know? You got me pretty good. I don't know how you did it. Even the name you gave me was fake. Your address too. It was all a lie. I can't believe you just wanted me to be your little piggy bank the whole time. You never really loved me, did you?
Oh my god. Wait. You really are Will? This same Will?
That's me. Looks like the jig is up for you. To be honest, when you told me to let you go, I just couldn't. I had to know what happened. I knew I wouldn't rest until I found out what happened to you. I just had this funny feeling that something was fishy, and I'm glad I followed my gut. I asked around at every hospital in the city, and all of them came up empty. Then I went to all of my friends to see if there was anything any of them knew. I figured one of them could have some kind of clue or something.
A clue? For what? What are you talking about?
I showed them all of the pictures I had of you and asked if any of them could have possibly seen you around. I was desperate for anything. Remember how I was telling you my buddies really wanted to meet you? Well, it turns out one of them had a pretty good reason for it. He wasn't sure, so he didn't want to say anything for sure, but he told me something very interesting. It turns out he just happened to see you around sometime while you were supposedly so busy with work.
What? Where? When?
The truth is, when your mom told me that you had passed away, it set off warning bells in my head. I just couldn't get rid of this sneaking feeling that it was all a lie. I mean, you wouldn't tell me a single thing. It was all just so suspicious. Thankfully, my friends didn't need much convincing either. They agreed to help me, so we all decided to ask around and see what we could find. Turns out I wasn't the first one you've done this to. Maybe you should have done a better job at covering your tracks.
Covering my tracks? You didn't. You went digging around in my past? What the heck? You creep! That's freaking weird. I can't believe you'd stalk me. I should call the cops on you.
You're calling me a creep? After everything you did to me? Wow, that's rich. But that's your MO, isn't it? You go to a bar and find a rich-looking guy there and put the moves on him. You pretend you love him and get him to buy you diamonds, jewels, and every expensive thing you can think of, and get as much out of him as you possibly can. Then, when you've drained him dry, you pretend you've died and move on to the next one. I was just another mark for you and your master plan, huh? A sitting duck to be toyed with as you pleased. You are sick, you know that? And it sounds like Tim was next.
How could you say I'd do that? That's horrible. I'd never do something like that. You must have confused me for someone else.
Then why did you lie to me? Why did you go through all this trouble? If you wanted to dump me, why bother making up this whole sob story about dying from a mysterious illness? Why not just tell me the truth?
Well, I'm sorry, but you have to listen to me. I really did love you. I swear, I was happy dating you, and you're such a sweet guy. But the truth is, I got nervous, and it was just too much to process. I realized I didn't want to go through with it, but you proposed to me so earnestly and everything. I couldn't just say, just kidding, and leave it at that, right? That'd be just the worst thing. It was just so awkward. I didn't know what to do. I was so anxious, and I couldn't think of anything else. So that's why I lied to you. I'm sorry.
Did you really love me? Then you must have gotten over me pretty quickly in order to date Tim, right?
No, it's not like that. Tim's different. Meeting him was like destiny. He understands me like no one I've ever met before. He's my soulmate. Look, I hate to say this, Will, but after meeting Tim, I don't think there's any way I could go back to another guy. I'm sorry, but I don't love you anymore. And if you still love me, the best thing you can do now is just to let me go. There's nothing you can say anymore.
That is catfishing, you know? I could bring a case against you for theft of property.
Catfishing? Are you kidding me? That's ridiculous. And when we were dating, I really did love you. You have to believe me. Don't throw these crazy accusations at me. Why would you even say that?
Why should I believe you? You have done nothing but lie to me this entire time. You're still lying. You talk big now, but I wasn't the only guy you were doing this shtick with. And you had the gall to do it at the same time you were dating me. I went to the apartment you told me you were living at while we were dating. And I happened to run into another guy there who had a suspiciously similar story to me.
It must have been a coincidence. There's a lot of guys out there like you. You need to be careful, you know.
Well, if it was coincidence, the girl we both had a nice, long conversation about was very coincidentally similar to you, right down to your name.
You talked to him? Why?
Well, we were both curious, you know? After all, it's not as common as you make it sound. Anyway, he said he was dating you too. And then you suddenly ghosted him and dropped all contact with him. And the address you gave him had been empty and recently abandoned. It was the same thing that happened to me, right down to the pickup lines you used at the bar. He even had pictures of the two of you together. You looked like you were having the time of your life. And why wouldn't you? You got to go on double the dates with double the guys.
I'm telling you, it was a coincidence. Or maybe it was a misunderstanding. I never said this because I didn't want to make you jealous or worried, but I'm pretty popular, you know. It's not like you're the first guy I've ever been with. I don't like to admit it, but some of them have been pretty clingy. You can understand that, right? You're being pretty creepy yourself. Look, I'm done with you, okay? If you didn't get it before, let me be clear now. We're through. So stop sniffing around before I call the cops on you for stalking. I'll really do it. We're finished, okay? I left him now, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Somehow, looking at the tears in his eyes makes me think he doesn't really feel the same way anymore.
What? What tears? How do you know where he is? What did you tell him? Did you get him involved in all this too?
I suppose you could say that. This is his phone, remember? I'm actually at his house right now. Remember Bill? The guy I was telling you about before who you were two-timing me with? He's here too. And the guy who you were cheating on Tim with. You really racked up quite the body count, huh? If it wasn't so disgusting, I might almost be impressed. How did you even get so many guys all at once? Was this all some kind of sick game for you?
Excuse me? I don't have to deal with this. Are you done? You really are a creep. We're done. That's it. You really don't know when to quit, do you? Just stop this before you embarrass yourself even further. You know something? I'm glad we didn't get married. Then I really would have regretted it.
Looks like your true colors are finally showing. So this is the kind of person you really are, huh? You're not the only one glad we didn't go through with the marriage. I honestly feel like I dodged a bullet myself.
Great. Sounds like we feel the same way then. So why don't you do me a favor and get out of my life? You get that, right? We're on the same page. We're through. So this is goodbye. I think we're done here. Let's just agree to go our separate ways. And give Tim's phone back, okay? I'm gonna be busy for weeks trying to unravel all the lies I'm sure you fed him.
I am happy to call this off, but I am not done. This is only just the beginning, Carrie. Expect to hear from my lawyer soon. I'll be seeing you in court.
In court? You're suing me? For what?
I told you, didn't I? For catfishing. I looked into it, and it turns out that I might have a case against you for theft. After all, the things that you made me buy for you weren't cheap. It's illegal to trick people out of their money, you know?
I told you I wasn't catfishing you. I really did plan to marry you, so it can't be theft.
You planned to marry me while you were cheating on me with another guy behind my back. Somehow, I don't think that argument will hold water in court. All of the people that you have swindled have had enough of your crap, and we have decided the only way for you to learn is for us to sue. I mean, for God's sake. One of these guys said he loaned you $20,000 out of his pocket for your mom's hospital bills. Can you believe that? You basically destroyed his life.
Okay, wait. Hold on just a second here. I'm sure we can talk all this out. Is this really such a big deal that you have to sue me? Let's all just calm down and think rationally.
You don't think it's a big deal? We promised to love each other forever, and you stabbed me in the back. The same goes for the rest of these guys, too. When you told me you were sick, I was worried sick. I couldn't sleep for days thinking about you. Even after I found out that you were two-timing me, I still held out hope. I thought there must be some kind of explanation for all of this. I really loved you. Maybe if you had just been honest and come out with the truth, it wouldn't have come to this. But at this point, what else can I do? What else can any of these guys here do?
Well, listen, I'm sorry. I know I screwed up. I don't expect you to forgive me, but the truth is, my mom is really sick. That's the honest truth. That's why I had to go do whatever I could to get that money for her operation. I didn't have a choice.
I just can't trust anything you say, can I? Just quit lying, please. You're only making it worse for everyone.
I'm not lying, I swear. This is the truth. Will, please, we've been together for so long. I wouldn't lie about something like this.
I've already talked to both of your parents already. They seemed fine to me. Neither of them mentioned anything about any kind of illness. We were talking for a bit. I think something like that would have come up at some point.
No way! Just how far are you gonna go, you creep? How'd you even get their contact info?
I knew you'd say anything you could to try and slip your way out of this. I had to be prepared. Once I finally got some info, I had to find out everything. I even learned where you really work. Turns out you were lying about that too. There is nothing you can do to get away anymore. You have to take responsibility for everything that you've done.
Well, please, I'm sorry. I'll do anything.
Well then, there's a line of guys you better apologize to first. But you'll be able to do that once the court notice is served.
Please don't do this. I promise I'll never do anything like this ever again. I'll do whatever you want. Just don't sue me. I swear, I'll never talk to you or any guy ever again. Anything, really. If you ever love me, Will, then can't you just find it in your heart to forgive me? Don't do this.
Well, you said you really loved me, right? If that's the case, then it should be an easy victory for you. What's there to worry about?
But I really did need the money. If I didn't make my next rent payment, I'd be in huge trouble.
You are just a pathological liar, aren't you?
I'm not, okay? Don't say that. Can we just, meet up and talk? I promise I'll explain everything. Just give me one chance, please. I can explain. Just let me meet with everyone, and I can apologize to each and every one of you that I wronged. I'm sure if we just talk, you'll be able to understand.
You think anything you do will be enough for any of us to ever forgive you? None of us are stupid enough to ever want to be alone with you again. If you want to talk, you can explain it to all of us now.
It's not like that. You've got to believe me. I promise I'll be honest with all of you. There's got to be some way to work this out.
Why should we even give you the chance? You never thought about giving any of us one when you unceremoniously ghosted us. None of us can ever trust you again.
Well, please, you've got to believe me. I'm serious this time. I will never do this ever again. I've learned my lesson.
You can say whatever you want, but I know who you really are. You're a swindler to the core, and that will never change unless something is done about it. You know how the saying goes. Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, shame on you. Well, me and all the other guys you've wronged are done being your fools. You worked hard to trick us into building up your nice house of cards, but eventually those walls are gonna come crumbling down. You have to face the consequences for all the people's lives you've ruined up until now. Only then will the rest of us be able to forget about you and all the pain that you've put us through. After that, Carrie was arrested for her scamming crimes. It turns out this wasn't her first offense, and the last time, the judge had put her on probation. They said if she committed the same crime again, she'd be looking at more than just a fine, and this time she'll be actually serving a prison sentence. I guess that just made her even more desperate, because she contacted me over and over again to try and apologize. She was also ordered to return all the money she fleeced from all of her victims, and of course, the engagement ring that I gave her. As you might expect, she hadn't gotten around to selling it yet. She was still storing it at her new apartment. I didn't learn this until later, but apparently Carrie really was planning on getting married to Tim. I doubt she really loved him, but I guess she'd gotten tired of her life of crime and figured she'd settle down with the richest mark she'd gotten yet. But of course, after this, there's no way Tim would ever give her a second chance, and she'll be in the slammer for the next few years. I don't know if all of Carrie's other victims will be able to rest easy, but at least they'll be able to find peace in the fact that in the end, she was apprehended and had to face the consequences of her actions. I talked to Carrie's parents about all of this as well, and they promised they'd keep a close eye on her to make sure she never does anything like this ever again. The first time Carrie was arrested, her parents had no idea, and knowing something like this had happened under their nose, not once but this many times, made them absolutely furious with her. I don't think that's a promise they're likely to break anytime soon. Nothing we do can ever make up for the despair that I or any of the other guys she deceived felt. The only thing that we can do is hope and pray that Carrie never gets the chance to make anyone else her victim. I can't speak for any of her other marks, but I had trouble pulling myself together for a long time. I could barely take care of myself. However, thanks to the help and the constant support from my friends and family, I'm finally starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel, and I'm working on a path forward. If there's one silver lining from all of this, it's that all the other guys that I met through Carrie's betrayal were pretty cool, and we regularly meet up for drinks. Carrie was rotten to the core, but at least she had some good taste in men. If I had to pick myself up from this alone, I don't think that I would have been able to do it. Somehow, it was reassuring to know that there were others like me going through the same thing. Honestly, I still don't think I'm ready to fall in love again. Can you blame me? But for the first time in a long time, I'm starting to feel happy with myself again. If there's one thing I know now, it's that I'm done dwelling on what happened in the past. I know I deserve happiness just like anyone else, and I'm sure my future is waiting. I just have to work hard until then to make sure I'm ready for it when the time comes. Thanks for sticking around until the end of the video. If you enjoyed it, Please remember to like and subscribe to the channel.